Welcome back to the Hood News Fantasy Football Podcast. This is episode 112. I have my dogs with me here, MFB
Yes, sir.
and BBTB,
You're
who's a little too close to the camera. And I'm your
Okay.
host, Hakeem. This is the Week 14 Studs and Duds. Some of these guys probably got you into playoffs, and some of these guys probably failed you, and you missed playoffs because of them. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting with QBs at the top, a familiar name, Josh Allen, 37.84 fantasy points against the Bengals in the snow. Went out and got it done. You know what it is. Any given week, Josh Allen can go out there and win you your fantasy week and drop almost 40. So that's why he goes in, late second, early third round in drafts. Next off the you want to go?
sorry.
Yes.
I was gonna say just what's fire about that is that Bills are a wild card team. They're trying to push for that divisional spot with the Patriots being up top. So having Josh Allen, he's got to take it in his hands. If I am a Josh Allen owner going into playoffs, I am excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Next week they do play against the Patriots. And this is probably maybe the only QB that's really truly worth their draft capital at this point. Right? We've seen a fall off of Lamar.
Well, for the top
Jaden
guys,
Daniels battling injury. Jalen Hurts throwing 4 interceptions, but we'll get to that soon.
Oh,
But
yeah, we will.
yeah, for the top guys.
Yeah, for those going in the first round 3, round 4 area, late round 2 maybe. But yeah, Shedeur Sanders, surprise pop up on this list, 33.46 fantasy points. He threw, I think it was 2 touchdowns, or threw
I don't
3
even
touchdowns
know.
and rushed 1. He did his thing, man. I'll give it to him. He did.
You know what
He
I'm
was solid.
saying?
So I didn't expect to see him on this list, but I mean, hey, he's here. So
Type shit.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they did play the Titans. Wild game. But Shedeur should have been starting. I think nobody would disagree with that. So it's about time.
yeah,
I'd be excited to see what he does next year for sure.
yeah.
Nope. Understand.
Yeah, it looks good for the Browns right now. But yeah, let me just go in to confirm, he did throw 3 touchdowns. He had a pick, but threw 3 touchdowns and rushed 1. So that's good. Joe Burrow, next on the list. Big fall off here from Shedeur with 33.46 to Joe Burrow with 23.36 fantasy points. Couldn't get it done in Buffalo in the snow. Threw 2 interceptions, just like back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions is just, man, yeah, sucks for the Bills.
Yeah, it does suck for sure. And it sucks that they took an L. I mean, I'm sure they'll still be trying to play really hard
Yeah.
because they could make it, right, in theory.
Mhm.
But a dub would have just kind of made it more sweet and more trustable as we move further into fantasy playoffs. And the O-line is protecting him really well, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
maybe the O-line just didn't mess with Jake Browning because the O-line looks completely different this week compared to 10 weeks ago.
I mean, they're probably picking it up, but just I feel like when Joe Burrow went out, you kind of you get, it's a letdown, you know what I mean? You're just damn, you kind of give up on the season almost.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
they probably coach probably talking to him, Zach Taylor out there, all right, guys, come on, we just got to win this game. Let's go out there and, you know what I'm saying? Motivational speech, whatever. Matt Stafford next on the list, having a great season. Him and Puka connecting. No Devontae Adams this week, but him and Puka doing things. 23.24 fantasy points. And then Sam Darnold, threw him in here just for funsies. 22.26. That's pretty much it. I could bring up Tyler Shuck, 21.26. Lamar Jackson, 21.06. Not amazing stud performances, but, there weren't that many.
JJ McCarthy, my start of the week. They called him crazy.
20.42 fantasy points.
Houdini right there.
There you go. Yeah, but that's it for the studs and the quarterbacks. Let's move into wide receivers at the very top to go along with Matt Stafford. Puka with 32.2 fantasy points. Did his thing, had 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions for 167 yards. Absolutely torched the Cardinals in that divisional matchup in Arizona as well. Puka doing Puka things, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, he looks solid coming back after that injury too. He looks like he's back at 100%. So
it was a week where Devontae Adams didn't get any touchdowns. So this is what it looks like when Devontae Adams doesn't shark all those touchdowns from him.
Literally.
If you honestly. Next on the list, on the other side of the ball, Michael Wilson on the Cardinals, looking like a league winner with no Marvin Harrison Jr.
Can you think of a better waiver wire pickup midseason?
Dowdle.
No, not even. I mean, close.
Yeah, if he was picked up, yeah, but
like neck and neck.
Yeah, he had a stretch.
He did have
also a crazy stretch right now.
He probably, he probably won you a couple weeks for sure. But Michael Wilson without Marvin Harrison has been just crazy. 16 targets, 11 receptions, 142 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nuts.
So that you guys know, Michael Wilson, Simi Valley native. Shouts out.
Yeah, that was. I mean, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the Cardinals. I'm a fan of the team. Obviously, that's my team. Marvin Harrison is supposed to be that guy. Michael Wilson, I didn't even think he wasn't even doing a lot last season. He was kind of doing all right. He was kind of having like some games here and there decent, right? But this year he was doing whatever, especially with Kyler Murray, not doing enough to like really gain that much attention. But without Marvin Harrison there, man, he's playing like a stud, bro. He's playing.
Bro, he was routing up the Rams secondary, and the Rams secondary is pretty darn good. So it's like, I don't know, man. Is it more like Kyler Murray was the problem kind of thing? You know what I'm saying?
It could
or do you
be.
feel like Michael Wilson is
Kyler Murray was 1,000,000% the problem.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like, but that's what I'm saying though. I feel like Marvin Harrison's like not the problem. I feel like Marvin Harrison, if he's there with a better quarterback.
I don't think necessarily per se Kyler Murray is entirely the problem. I think he just doesn't fit the offense. Like they just.
I think he's entirely the problem
in that offense.
Yeah,
if you don't fit the offense, you're the problem. If you do not fit the offense, you're the problem. Like, yeah, maybe he works in another offense.
That's what I'm saying. He works in another offense, but yes, in this offense, in the way that the team is being coached with Gannon and Drew Petzing, like, yeah, he does not fit their scheme, and so the team plays better without him. So and we're seeing that with Jacoby Brissett. But yeah, Michael Wilson, a stud. Let's hope they keep out, Marvin Harrison Jr. Let him keep doing his thing. JSN, 24.6 fantasy points. Bouncing back after last week's kind of dead performance.
And he pretty much lives in this list.
Yeah, it was surprising to see him in the duds last week. T. Higgins, 24.2 fantasy points in a game where I thought he was out for the game when he landed like on his head real bad.
Yeah.
They brought him back in and he caught another touchdown and all for nothing. So that's nice. He must feel really good about that. Christian Watson, 22.9. Ryan Flournoy, 22 fantasy points. That's a receiver on the Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. Because CeeDee Lamb got out, bro. Concussion second quarter. I needed him. He had 15.
9 receptions on 13 targets, 115 yards and a touchdown against that weak Lions secondary. So did his thing. But that's it for the studs in terms of the receivers. Anyone you guys want to highlight? Christian Watson's looked good since he came back from his injury from last year.
He looks like wide receiver 1 over there. I don't know. I think somebody else was talking about like Jayden Reed or Dontavian Wicks or something. Like, no, Watson's that dude.
Dontavian Wicks, but yeah.
Well, Wicks had one random week. Reed was like, he's possible he can get worked in more, but as of right now, Watson really looks like the guy over there in Green Bay.
Yeah, 100%. But that's it for wide receivers. Let's go ahead and jump into running backs at the very top. Jahmyr Gibbs. He also kind of lives in this list. 33.5 fantasy points. By the way, how many yards do you think he had that game? Rushing yards, not receiving, just rushing.
Bro, like 60?
80? No, no, it was low. Yeah, it was like 70 something.
BBC would guess. You said 60? 43
70
rushing.
yards.
43
my
rushing
God.
yards. He had 77 receiving yards. Guess how many he had?
That's what it is.
How many receiving touchdowns do you think he had?
3.
I think he had 1.
Okay,
I saw the stat line. I can't remember the stat line.
He had 0 receiving touchdowns. They were all rushing touchdowns for 43 yards. So
Oh, no shot. I thought 1 was
Yeah.
receiving. Wow.
What the hell?
Yeah. yeah, so he only got some goal line work and got 3 touchdowns.
And Montgomery had a decent game too.
Yeah, he did decent.
Yeah.
Had him.
So I wonder, man, I don't want to take up too much time. Maybe we could talk about it later, but
What do you wonder,
Yeah, but-
brother? Tell me.
I just wonder, like, does he go above Bijan next year?
No.
It depends. Depends who Falcons get at QB next year.
I think I'd take him over Bijan.
Not with
I think-
Monty there.
No, I don't. I think with or without Monty there, I think Jahmyr
So
Gibbs
you're
has
saying
a higher
you're saying
ceiling.
Jahmyr Gibbs is 1 of 1?
Yes, I think he has a higher ceiling and a higher floor. After watching this season, I had Jahmyr Gibbs last year. I mean,
Yeah.
Montgomery was getting more touches last year, but I really think that Gibbs has a higher ceiling and floor.
This
Don't
is something
bother
that
me.
we could table to
Yeah.
a later podcast.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. But anyways, we can get into it later. But
last Jahmyr Gibbs note I'm going to say right here. He's been averaging 20% target share per game rate with Dan Campbell play calling. Before that, he was at 13%. A little bit more context, keep in mind Sam Laporta is out, so that frees up some target share for Gibbs.
yeah, he's doing great for fantasy. He's a beast. Yeah, a little something on your chin there, might be. Tony Pollard next on the list, 28.1 fantasy points. Did anyone start Pollard this week? Did
Yes.
anyone?
Probably
Yes.
not, bro. I mean,
Was it Big Leo?
No.
was
It
it
was-
Leo, bro?
It was to bump 808 out of the second seed contention. And he had Tony he played the last place guy.
And the
And
last
now-
person had Tony Pollard. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I would be
RB2.
hot.
I mean, like,
28.
in what realm would you start Tony Pollard against the top rushing defense? Like, I don't know, but
I had Travion Henderson.
that's
I
fantasy,
didn't have
bro.
any other
That's
RBs.
how this game works, bro.
Yeah.
Hasn't scored more than 15 PPR points all season. He had a season high rushes, not a single target that game.
Yep, went crazy. 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, 25 attempts. Nuts. But it's fantasy for you. And imagine if you had him on your team and you had McCaffrey on bye and like Henderson on bye, so you had to play him and you end up with that stat line. It's crazy.
No.
Blake Corum, 25.6 fantasy points. He's looking good, man.
Bro,
He's looking
Like,
good.
I'm really thinking about double flexing him in the playoffs. I have Devonta
Okay.
Smith at my flex. Sorry, double flexing him. I have Kyron Williams as my RB2 and I have Devonta Smith at my flex. I'm really tempted on flexing Corum. Really tempted.
I mean, you kind of get in that situation of like one of them is getting the touchdown on the ground. You know what I mean? Like whether it's
But the thing is, though, it's like the Lions. They're both. I mean, it's a high-powered offense. Right now,
Yeah.
literally, the game before it was one drive Kyron, one drive Corum, one drive,
Yeah.
one drive. So it's like
it feels like teams are learning that this works, so why not do it? And so teams are starting to do that kind of tactic, and it seems like a lot more teams, especially since last year, more teams have kind of adopted that strategy. Started with Gibbs and Montgomery. We saw it with Bijan and Algier. Bijan and Algier
Yeah.
probably started it, and then Jahmyr Gibbs and
Monty.
Montgomery kind of like we're also doing it. And then other teams now are starting to like, why not? If you have 2 studs and they're both like really able to get going on the ground, why not sub one in and, flip flop so that keep them both fresh? ETN, 20.7 fantasy points, 91% RB rush share, which is a season high. Bashal Tutin fumbled in that game and was relegated to kick return duties after that. So, take what you will from that.
Like if I'm a
we have-
ETN owner, I'm juiced. I'm so sorry for the people that traded him away. Honestly, I'm so sorry for them because I've been riding the ETN train for a long time. Trevor Lawrence looks good.
Pause.
Them
Yeah,
adding Jacoby Myers too, man, that is a scary, honestly, dark horses going into the actual playoffs. I really do think they can do
AFC?
damage. Yeah,
AFC South. Yeah, I mean they look solid, man. Liam Cohen's really coached that team well. I'll have to hand it to him. But yeah, ETN actually looks really good. People were speculating that Bashal Tutin was going to kind of take over that backfield, and there were weeks where ETN kind of was stepping down, and Tutin was getting like into the end zone on goal line, and ETN wasn't doing it. But after that fumble, Tutin might be relegated, so ETN might get a lot more of the workload. RJ Harvey, 19 points. Saquon Barkley on Monday night, 18.2 points.
Bro, if I'm an RJ Harvey owner, I'm juiced. They played him. Like, he looks good. Broncos, obviously, they played the Raiders. Raiders defense is horrible. But I'm just saying, Broncos all around, they look decent, dude. And their defense played obviously really well, except towards the end. I don't know, some bullshit happened in Vegas where they covered the spread or some shit like that. I have no clue. But the Broncos look good. Like, yeah, the Broncos looked really good, like all the way around. So I don't know, if I'm an RJ Harvey owner, that's a good flex piece.
I mean, yeah, they played Green Bay, Jacksonville, Kansas City the last 3 games of the fantasy playoffs. So I'd be a little bit nervous, but still, I mean, he's been playing like a dog. So
He's just getting work. That's why I'm happy.
yeah. Let's move into tight ends. At the very top, Harold Fannin connecting with Shedeur Sanders, rookie to rookie. He looks good with Shedeur, man. He targets him a lot.
Yeah. Shedeur looks good, man. Harold Fannin looks good. Bro, I feel like they got a team next year, low key. Like, low key, they got a team next year.
Yeah, they still have Deshaun Watson on that team. You know that?
True. So you never know.
They gotta get rid of him and just run with Shedeur. Mike Gesicki, who had to step up in that Buffalo game, 6 receptions, 86 yards and a touchdown, 17.6 half PPR points. Gesicki, I mean, he might be kind of like a wild card, random dart throw tight end.
He's a one-hit wonder. It's like he's got lucky. You have T, you got Jamar.
Even if T misses a game due to that concussion,
no, I mean, if he misses a game, that's different. But I'm just saying, if you got T, Islavas, and Jamar on the field, and I'm banking on a Gesicki to save me, get me 10 points, I'm not.
A Gesicki game.
Yeah, like.
Couple more names here. Josh Oliver in Minnesota. I guess still a little bit better than
honestly,
TJ Hawkinson.
I think all the tight ends did really well over there because Hawkinson got in and the Commanders just looked horrible. So I would not trust that if I needed a tight end.
No, I definitely wouldn't. A couple more names. Dawson Knox, 14.3. Josh Oliver, by the way, had 15.4 fantasy points. Brock Bowers, 12.6, got in the end zone. Kincaid, another tight end on that team for the Bills, 12.1. Kyle Pitts, 12 points. Couple notes here that we have. Harold Fannin, 85% route share, 3rd straight game over 80% route share with Shedeur, averaging 28% target share per game and over 15 PPR points per game with Shedeur. So good stat for Harold Fannin. If you picked him up and held him, good for you. Because he was kind of like a waiver wire ad after week 1. He popped off. And people were like, oh, rookie, tight end. And people picked him up, and then he didn't do much. So if you held on to him or picked him up mid-season, good for you. For Mike Gesicki, has hit 17% target share in 2 of 3 games since his injury. So it's not bad. Kyle Pitts led the Falcons with 34% target share. Without Drake London, he's seen shares of 25, 26, and 34%. So with no Drake London, play Pitts. With Drake London, do not play Pitts. That's what I take from that. But that's it for the tight end studs. Let's move into the duds from the very top. Monday Night Football.
Jalen Hurts.
Your season's on the line. You're trying to get into playoffs. And you need Jalen Hurts to get you like 5 points, 3 points. 2 points, 1 point, and he gets you 0.4. Could you imagine? You're banking on, you're down 1 point.
Brother.
You need Jalen Hurts to get you 1 point on Monday Night Football to get you into playoffs. This is your year. You just need 1 point from him. And he ends up getting you 0.4. That would be a player I would never draft again.
Look, I'm never drafting Jalen Hurts in my life. Second of all,
You
I
never
missed
have, or you
playoffs.
never will.
I never will. I drafted him before. He had a good year that time, but I never will. I need to get into playoffs. The opponent had Chargers D against the other opponent. Chargers D, if he gets 8 points or more, he's in. If he gets 7 points or less, I'm in. Jalen Hurts, 5 turnovers. Just letting you know.
He
You
did
guys can.
what we thought. He did the inverse Josh Allen. So what we thought was impossible, Josh Allen threw a touchdown and caught his own touchdown pass, which we were like, that's never been done. Like Josh Allen just breaking records and breaking the laws of football, and got 10 fantasy points from that one play. Jalen Hurts did the same thing, but in reverse. He threw a pick in which the defense fumbled the ball back to him, and he fumbled the ball again back to the defense. So
In the
he
same
had
play.
an interception and a fumble in the same play, which is literally the inverse Josh Allen, which is crazy. He had 4 picks and a fumble. Just this is a player. Anyone who had Jalen Hurts that just got burned by him and didn't make it into playoffs, I guarantee you is never drafting him again.
If I'm in the playoffs, I'm dropping Jalen Hurts. I'm dropping him. Taking time bomb.
Dropping is crazy.
Taking time bomb. Let him decide.
I wouldn't drop him. They get Vegas and then Washington, but against Buffalo in the finals, I would not trust him.
Damn. Vegas and Washington? Wow, couldn't it be sooner? God.
Yeah, bro. We have a league where a guy got burned. If Jalen Hurts got, I think, 1 fantasy point, he would have won and got into playoffs. They were playing for a playoff spot, and then he lost. So crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's enough on Jalen Hurts. And to harp on that one for a little bit. Daniel Jones, who got injured, out for the season with Achilles tear, I believe.
Dude, that's so sad. That's so sad. He had a great season, man. Seriously. Comeback player of the year.
Doing his thing, man. Yeah, honestly, he was
so bad.
Yeah, probably the running candidate for that comeback player of the year. But yeah, man, it really sucks for the Colts who put all their chips in one basket. Went out and got Sauce Gardner, traded away 2 picks, said this is our year, let's get it done. Sauce got injured in that game as well, I believe. And then, or it was the last game, I can't remember, but he's out. And then Daniel Jones out for the season. They're on their 3rd string quarterback. They're holding tryouts for Phillip Rivers.
Oh yeah,
Phillip Rivers is a grandfather. He's actually a grandfather. He has a grandchild. So if you're banking on a grandpa to come in and save your season, it's not looking good for Colts, man. It's not looking good. Jaden Daniels, 2.72 fantasy points, came back from his injury just to get re-injured. I don't know why they keep doing that to him. He probably hates his life.
That's crazy.
2.72 fantasy points. He also is another player that if you drafted him, you probably don't want him ever again on your team. Patrick Mahomes, man, a lot of these big hitter quarterbacks are just not getting it done. 5.8 fantasy points from Patrick Mahomes against tough Texans defense.
What does BBTB say every single year? Fade the quarterback, fade the tight end. Every single year.
Hey, man. Be on some. Patrick Mahomes against... is this the end of the Chiefs run? Their dynasty?
Yeah. It's done.
Yeah?
It's done. But they have no running back. You have an old Kareem Hunt, and Pacheco looks washed. You have a great Rashee Rice. Travis Kelce's going to retire. Worthy and Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith, they're nothing. I'm sorry. It's over.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown's not that. Yeah. Yeah, the team is kind of in shambles. Let's see if they can pick something up or make something happen.
Unless they get Tyreek next year, then different story.
Coming off it, they should have got him this year, man. They should have got him from the
Trade deadline.
Dolphins.
These are
But I think the way that it was working with cap space, they couldn't. Like, it was very, very, very unlikely. Like, they would actually take a big hit to have gotten him, and it like wouldn't have worked out or something. I couldn't remember exactly, but I was helpful for it. I was a Tyreek owner, and then he got out for the season. So a couple more names here: Baker Mayfield 11.08, Justin Herbert 12.16, CJ Stroud 12.62. Just not really good enough for trying to get you into the playoffs. So I threw those numbers in there. Hopefully there's enough to get you through to the playoffs if you had these guys, but if not, sorry. Let's move on to wide receiver duds. At the very top of the wide receiver duds, DJ Moore, 0.1 fantasy points.
Look,
In a
BBTV
game
big.
with no Odunze.
Oh, that's crazy.
No Odunze. Odunze was out.
I actually did not know that, but I
Divisional
dropped
matchup.
DJ Moore. I dropped DJ Moore in one of my leagues, taking time bomb, and it worked. Just saying.
Mhm.
Just saying.
I mean, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong. He was a perfect candidate of a ticking time bomb. There are players like that it's literally a ticking time bomb. You drop into the waivers, the name is there, so people kind of raise eyebrows like, oh, DJ Moore, you know,
Mm-hmm.
pick him up, try him, play him, and just dud, straight dud.
Yep.
Thank God I traded him away. Thank goodness I traded him away. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about DJ Moore, but they just don't. Is it they don't use him? Is it he's not? Is
You're
he
just
washed?
never drafting him again.
Oh, 100%. That's what we talked about with the Jalen Hurts.
It's brother, I'm be honest, but the Chicago Bears, it's a fraud team. It's a fraud organization. They're never winning a Super Bowl. To all you Chicago Bears fans out there, you lost to the Packers. I'm very happy you lost to the Packers. And I'm talking to a specific someone, and he knows that. All right?
All right, bro.
You know, actually, bro, funny enough, I mean, maybe if you're slightly trolling, but the Chicago Bears actually are so good, minus the fact that Caleb Williams can't connect with any passes. If somehow Caleb Williams starts to connect with his throwing, that's an elite team.
True.
So you're saying he's the problem?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't believe in him. He's had some good games this year. I don't know. I just don't see it. He started off kind of hot the first week or so, you know, doing a bunch of good things, but I don't know. Maybe he needs another season, but I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. Not harp too long on DJ Moore. Darnell Mooney with no Drake London just needs to retire.
Next.
I don't know.
I hate talking about that, homie.
Nothing new. We've seen it before. We're seeing it again.
We've seen it 2 weeks in a row.
If he fooled you again, I don't feel bad for you. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Ladd McConkey, 1.7 fantasy points. Quentin Johnston, 1.8 fantasy points. This is a fun one. Two big names. Jay Jettis, 2.1 fantasy points. Emeka Egbuka, 2.5 fantasy points. To get you into the playoffs and you get these guys, these bums.
Bro, didn't I not say in the last podcast to bench Justin Jefferson? Bench him. Trade him.
I feel like,
Bro. I've been a Justin Jefferson hater for weeks. Like, I think 2 to almost 3 months now. If you have Justin Jefferson going into playoffs, bench him. Bench him, please.
Against Dallas.
Especially against Dallas.
That's crazy.
Oh, every week they call me crazy, but I hit. You know what I'm saying? BBCB picks.
Man. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Bro, Jay Jettis' second straight week of only 2 catches.
Look,
who's a bigger bust, Jay Jettis or Brian Thomas Jr.?
Jay Jettis.
Oh, bro, that might be Justin Jefferson, man.
100%.
It actually might be.
Before the season, everyone was saying Justin Jefferson is QB proof. He can get it done with any quarterback. Right?
Lie? I believe that too.
I'm just saying.
I believe that too. I was one of those people saying like, no, he'll be all right. Like,
the thing is, bro, the belief should have been switched it's not that he's QB proof. It's that Sam Darnold. It's just a wide receiver catapult.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves his wide receiver ones.
Yeah.
Emeka Egbuka just fell flat on his face, came back to earth since the bye week, it feels like, after his injury.
Honestly,
I
he
don't
was
think
wide
he's fully
open.
healthy.
I don't know if you guys watched the game, but he was wide open. Dropped the open catch.
He's wide open and
end zone.
dropped.
So
That was bad.
yeah.
I mean, bro, like he's seeing crazy usage, bro. It's another 30% target share game with single-digit PPR points, bro.
Tough.
Wow.
Like you can't make it up. Like I don't know. I feel like eventually it has to go back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
I just don't know when eventually is because this is a crazy streak of it. Honestly,
Yeah.
Couple more names here. Chris Olave, 4.5 fantasy points. Deebo Samuel, 4.7. Devontae Adams, 4.9. Didn't get into the end zone this week. Rashee Rice against tough Houston defense, 5.4. Terry McLaurin, 5.6. Devonta Smith, 5.7 on Monday night. And then I just threw George Pickens in there for fun, 6.2 fantasy points. Not enough. Any of these guys you want to talk about?
Don't trip over Rashee Rice or Devonta Adams.
Makes sense.
yeah, agreed.
Or Devonta Smith.
Yeah, Devonta Smith. Slight panic. I'm be honest with you. I have him. It's a couple weeks. Whatever. So slight panic.
They play Vegas and then Washington.
Yeah, never mind.
Washington might be juicy.
It's
Yeah.
Vegas.
That
and
might be a
Washington,
juicy
so I
one.
think
Divisional game.
Washington's secondary is so banged up, bro.
Yeah.
I would fire anyone up against Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw McCarthy go out there and do his thing against them. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much about. Yeah, Pickens would be all right, I think,
Yeah.
as well. Debo, Terry McLaurin, It might be another game of not Jaden Daniels, the other guy, Mariota,
Yeah.
because Jaden Daniels got injured in that game. Let's move on to running backs. At the top, Pacheco with 3 fantasy points. Don't start him. I don't know why he's on this list. Ken Walker, 3.3 fantasy points. Breece Hall, 4.3 fantasy points. Ashton Genty, 4.8 fantasy points. And then a couple of RB1s currently. Bam Knight for the Cardinals didn't do anything against the Rams. Tough defense. Chris Rodriguez, also the RB1 for Washington, didn't do anything. 5.2 fantasy points. So any of these guys you want to highlight? Any of these guys you want to talk about?
I'll be honest with you now.
I feel it. Yeah, I'm with you. There's not really much to talk about there. Ken Walker's been just back and forth. He's splitting with Sharp. He's just not able to get things done. He has his weeks.
Yeah.
Breece Hall. Breece Hall's an interesting one. They played against Miami. Miami shut him down.
Yeah.
Genty, Raiders. That's all there is to it. Anyways, let's move on to tight ends. At the very top, Gadsden, who's been kind of underwhelming week in, week out. I think we can just stop talking about him. Travis Kelce, 1.3 fantasy points against tough Houston defense. I think he caused all the interceptions.
That's the scary one. I'm in a slight panic mode on Kelce going into the playoffs if I have him. I know he's technically the number 2, number 3 right now, but I don't know, bro. Kelce looks, I don't know. Unless the Houston defense is just like legit.
He's a top 2-3 tight end right now in points.
In fantasy. I think he's like, after his performance, he's probably like top 5 now. If I'm wrong. No, I'm pretty right.
Let me do the thing on that. He is number 2 in points per game, like total fantasy points this season.
That's what I'm saying.
Good weeks has he had, bro? Like
he's had a good amount, bro. He's had.
That's what I'm saying.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double-digit fantasy points.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Yeah, that's
in half PPR and actually maybe 8 in full PPR. Yeah, he's done solid for the season. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the Houston defense is for real.
Yeah.
Next on the list, Mark Andrews, who they paid hella money to, and then just became the world's biggest beef.
Mark Andrews robbed the Ravens, brother. he robbed them.
He's the biggest.
I don't know if you guys.
I think he will have a good week next week against the because they play the Bengals again. Or no,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, they play
In
the Bengals
Cincinnati.
again, right?
Yeah, but
So-
he's currently wanted in Baltimore for theft over like $33.4 million or how much they paid him. Because what in the hell, man? They paid him and he just literally fell off the face of the earth, disappeared, not catching anything. Actually, the ball was one of the plays was going to D-Hop in the end zone.
Yeah.
He came in and touched it,
I was about to talk about
got in
that.
the way. So it's just like
Literally.
ruining plays, like just like intentionally trying to make their playoff chances worse. He's not playing to make the Bengals make the to win that division. He's playing
Literally.
yeah. Andrew's just. Anyways, Zach Ertz got injured, out for the year, ACL, 1.6 fantasy points. Darren Waller, who since coming back from injury has not done anything. He was doing really hot. He was getting really hot before the injury, but 2.2.
They mix in a lot of Greg Dulce de Leche, a lot of routes.
Mm-hmm.
That was right.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Darren Waller probably not as confident of a start anymore. Then Tyler Warren of the Colts, 2.7 fantasy points. I mean, no more Daniel Jones.
It's looking bad, bro. They called him Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, big worry for Tyler Warren.
Grandfather. Yeah, imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazier than Joe Flacco. Last but not least, Brendan Strange, 4.8 fantasy points. They just didn't really use him in that game. They kind of ran all over the Colts and kind of dominated him. So, but that'll do it for tight ends. You guys want to talk about these guys? Anything you want to bring up?
No, I mean, prayers up to Zach Ertz. Pretty gruesome injury. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, you think he retires? He's done?
Yes.
ACL at 35.
He is low-key old.
Yeah, I think he's done. It's sad to see a player go out like that, though. Yeah. Anyways, that'll do it for the tight end duds, and that's it for the duds list. And we'll see you guys on the next episode where we go over players to pick up, waivers. So we'll see you guys next episode. Peace.